This is my son in Football Manager 2024. And in this video, I'm going to simulate his entire career to see how good does my son's career end up being. So I am going to do a couple of things to make sure that my son has the best career possible. He is a forward, so if we look at his player profile, he is a forward. So I'm going to play him as an advanced forward up top to give him the most goal scoring opportunities possible. I've also set up the team to play a 4-2-3-1 formation with two wingers and an advanced playmaker so that none of these three players are really looking to score goals. They are all looking to feed it to my son. So hopefully that will give him the best goal scoring totals possible. And despite my son only having a 4 for his penalty taking, I have set him as the main penalty taker, and I am not allowing anyone else to take penalties. He is going to have the most goal scoring opportunities possible. That being said, because of the way that I've simulated this save file, we are currently in March of 2031, and right now, the team is pretty bad. Kaya does start off as one of the best teams in the Philippines Football League, and that is reflected in that we won the first two PFL titles, but since then, we really haven't been on it. So I finally signed all of our academy players, but I'm going to take until July, essentially. I'm going to go through the rest of the season and the summer to rehabilitate the squad, sign some really good staff. This shouldn't be difficult to do. Kaya, even at 2031, are still one of the most reputable teams in the Philippines. So I'm going to completely rehabilitate the squad, get some better players around my son to give him the best possible chance of winning trophies and doing the best he can possibly do. So I'm going to come back in July of 2031. So we have completely rehabilitated the team. We have signed completely new staff to give my son the best training he can possibly have. I've also set up the staff responsibilities so that even as I simulate into the future to see how my son does, they will still make sure that the team is good. So we don't have to worry about the team completely going bad. My son will always have the best opportunity possible. So the plan here is that I'm pretty much just going to come back every single time that my son's contract is expiring, and I'm going to re-sign him to a new contract and just keep him at the club for as long as possible until he retires. And hopefully he'll have a long and prosperous career playing in my squad, and I'll get to see my kid score a few goals here. So that being said, my son is currently 15 years old. Why don't we start up? And I guess I should show you guys actually before. We had a good start. I think the formation's working well. He had 3 goals in 3 appearances, a 7.1 rating. So he is off to a good start. There were only 3 matches left in last season, so he did well in those 3 matches. But that being said, again, he's only 15 years old. I say we go 5 years into the future and see how he's doing at the age of 20. So I will see you all very soon. Welcome back. We are in 2036, and my son doesn't even have a star rating now, which hopefully just means that they're really good. We have a good team around him. Yeah, I guess we have a pretty good team around him now. A lot of different players here. So, but my son is still hard locked in. So let's see how he's done over the course of his career. It looks like his attributes have improved a little bit, but not really. Looking at his current ability, yeah, he was like 38 current ability. Maybe he's 39 current ability now. He hasn't really improved that much, but we have signed him a new contract until 2038. Oh, and he's done well. He's done so good. Oh, he's played in pretty much every match. He's above a 7.0 rating, and he's had really good goal scoring totals. I wonder if he's won the Golden Boot at all. 20 goals, 21 goals, 15, 17, 19. I wonder what his overalls are. 20 goals, 26 goals. It looks like we were in continental. He scored 4 goals in continental competition. He's doing brilliant. Oh, just cup there. This year, he had 2 goals in continental competition there. Didn't get any in the latest season. He's actually done super well. He's done way better than I thought. How have we done league-wise? Yep, unsurprisingly, yeah, it isn't too hard to make Kaya it isn't too hard to make Kaya the best team. So it looks like in the next season we finished 3rd, but then after that, yeah, I'm not surprised there. Good job to my staff. I did get some pretty good staff in. But the award winners is the question. So he didn't win the Philippines Football League Player of the Year. What about top goal scorer? Yes! He's been the Golden Boot winner. Let's go. So in the previous season, he finished third in the Golden, 19 goals. That's like really high too. 17 goals there, but then he won it with just 15 goals in his second season. And in the first season, he won it with 21 goals. My son was the top goal scorer in the Philippines Football League. Let's go. Unfortunately, he hasn't ever won the Young Player of the Year. It looks like some of other young players beat him out to that. Did he ever make the Team of the Year? So let's go all the way. Yes, he has. Michael, get a son. He was in the Team of the Year in 2031-32 and 32-33, 33-34 as well. 3 years in a row. He made the Team of the Year, although he hasn't been in it since then. He's done quite well. Did he ever win Goal of the Year? Clarino? No, it doesn't look like he won Goal of the Year, but we'll take that. He's still doing brilliantly well. But interestingly, he did real that first season in the league. He got 20 goals. None of them were really pens. 4 pens in season two, 2 pens in season three. So it's not like he's scoring a huge number of. He missed a lot of pens in the most recent season, but it's not like most of his goals are penalties. He's actually getting a lot of them from open play. So I guess the tactic and the squad around him are really working to get him a lot of goals. That is nepotism at its finest. Well, that is my son at 20 years old, and this is how he is at 20. I think we're in for a good career here. I say, I don't know, why don't we just go 5 years into the future again and see how he's doing there? All right, we are back in 2041. My son should be 25 years old, and he has improved a little bit. He is now half a star, so he's getting better. Let's see what that means. As far as the attributes are concerned, is he better? He's 25. Is he better? I have no idea. He looks kind of the same, doesn't he? I just realized his personality. I think I might have mentioned this in the last video and I forgot. His personality is low self-belief. I really need to. I guess I should be a more supportive dad. My my son doesn't even believe in himself. What does low self-belief look like as a in the hidden attributes? So he's not good at pressure. Professionalism's not good. He's very controversial, apparently. And he's not good at important matches. He's not super consistent. He's a bit injury prone as well. I guess that's what low self belief looks like. That makes me feel kind of bad. He's actually worse. He's playing in every game, but his current ability is worse than before. Oh, he's not as good as he used to be. That's sad. Well, let's look at his career stats. And where were we last time? 20 here, maybe 2036. So the following season, he got injured. 12 goals. He had a really good goals per game ratio. He scored 5 pens, but the following season, 23 goals, a goal per game, the best season of my son's career. What a season. And then he's kind of dropped off a bit the last 2 seasons, so maybe it hasn't been as good there. But still doing really well. Looking at his milestones, like Philippines Football League champions. He's been brilliant. Philippines Football League champions almost every single season. So doing really well there. And as far as award winners are concerned, did he ever win? No, he never won Player of the Year. But top goal scorer, has he won it? He got it in his 23 goal season. So we have a 3-time PFL top goal scorer award winner, which is really good. From the beginning of his career, I am curious to see if he scored any like really important goals or anything. So I'm looking for PFL Cup finals. Oh, we lost this one. And he scored a pen in the PFL Cup final. Did he get, oh, we lost in the quarterfinals there, 35-36. When did we were in the Champions League. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize we were in the Champions League. But we won it here, but my son didn't score in the PFL Cup final there. We played Mendiola. Oh, my son got a brace. My son got a brace against Mendiola FC in the PFL Cup final. A 2-goal performance to win us. Oh, that's a great thing to see. We had another PFL Cup final in 2 seasons ago or 1 season ago. He didn't score there. And 5-0. And he got another one. All right. So my son got 2 goals in PFL Cup finals. This is absolutely what nepotism looks like because we have the star ability here. I have it sorted top to bottom where the best players are at the top. And if we scroll all the way down, there's my son, a regular starter, the worst player on the team, but hard locked into play because I am making sure he's getting his game time. He is literally the worst player on the team, but he's the only one playing every game. And you know what? I am proud of him. He is doing brilliantly well. Well, my son is currently 25 years old in the prime of his career in 2041. You know, why don't we just go to the end of his career now? I think we've seen how he's doing. We've seen how the career trajectory is. I think we've flattened out a little bit as far as his career trajectory is concerned. So let's go to the end of his career and see how he did overall. Well, my son has officially retired from football. Let's look at his career as a whole, beginning with his stats. So afterwards, he did really well. Again, he had another 23 goal season, but injuries started to catch up to him. And despite bouncing back really well in the 2046-47 season, and the 47-48 season, and really the 48-49 season as well, the injuries were starting to pile up. My son said, "Dad, it's time for me to stop. It's taking a toll on my body." And he said, "I'm going to retire." And I supported him, and he is now a retired player. But over the course of his career, this is his final statistics: 394 league matches for Kaya, 308 league goals, 40 assists, and a 7.19 average rating. He had a wonderful career. So this is my son's final biography. Overall, he won 11 PFL Cups, 16 Philippines Football Leagues, and he was the Philippines Football League top goal scorer on 4 occasions. Honestly, he's got to be one of the best Philippines Football League players of all time, all things considered. But of course, speaking of all time, you are looking at my son as the greatest goal scorer in the history of Kaya. With 308 league goals, he is Kaya's best ever goal scorer. He is also Kaya's highest ever league appearances maker with 394 league appearances. And if you guys can see that here, youngest goal scorer at 15 years and 153 days. That is my son, who is the youngest goal scorer, the greatest ever goal scorer, and the most ever appearance maker. And for the most part, at least until fairly recently, pretty much every season he was the top goal scorer. From 2030-31 through 2042-43, he had the most goals each season. He did it again in the 46-47 season, but now he's been outdone by Bila here, who, wow, at this level, wow, he is really, really good for this level. How did my staff find this guy? What a player! I am curious to see if my son had any really big moments, but he didn't score in the PFL Cup final there against DHC. He scored here, all right. He scored against JPV in the PFL Cup final. He got a pen. Quite happy about that. Wow, we were on a tear. He didn't score in that PFL Cup final. He didn't score in that one. Oh man, he didn't score in that one either. Did he score in this one? He got a hat trick. He got a hat trick in a PFL Cup final. Let's go. My son got a hat trick in a PFL Cup final. Oh, that's my boy, guys. That's my boy. And then back to 2041. I think this is where we would have been most recently. He didn't get anything there, but overall, a hat trick in the PFL Cup final. Kaya's top ever goal scorer. He did very well. I'm very happy with how he's done. And continuing with the theme of nepotism and my son being part of it, after he retired, my son took a year. He went to medical school and decided to become a footballing physio. So as you can see here, we have one physio, and that one physio is my son. So he is back. He is working for Kaya. We have been reunited. We get to work together. His physiotherapy is only 5, but that's okay. He'll continue his schooling. He's only 34. He will continue his schooling. He will still continue to get better. And I will make sure that he gets all of the education that he needs to become the best physio that he can possibly be. And I didn't realize this with Jobs. We can see everything that he ever did. So he broke here like the record for youngest goal scorer, first senior club goal, broke the Kai record for most goals in a league match. He had that at one point until that was broken. Same thing with league goals scored in a season, all-time league appearances record. Wow, I didn't realize that. I actually didn't know that you could look at all these different records. He then had most goals with five against ADT. Wow. Most goals scored in a season, all-time record goal scorer. I didn't realize that you could actually look at all the records in this thing. This is something that I just learned about. Well, that being said, I'm going to leave my son's biography up on the screen here so that you all can take a look at it. I actually feel a little sad ending this little mini series here. This was a really, really fun series. I'd never done this before. I'd never gotten a son. So the fact that like I had a son and he played in Football Manager is just one of those like weird things that you never really think is gonna happen to Football Manager. But I think that next edition of Football Manager, I think we're going to bring this back. But I think in FM25, when we have the women's game, we're going to try to get a daughter in Football Manager. And we're going to see how her career looks. We're gonna flip this on its head, do the same thing. But with the addition of the women's game, I think that's going to add like so many new things into Football Manager. Like we're going to be able to do so many cool new things, and there'll be a whole world of Football Manager that we've never had before. And I think that's going to be a really cool world to play in. And I think one of the ways that that can be done is hopefully, in the youth intakes, you'll be able to get a daughter as well. And I think that'll be a really cool series for Football Manager 2025. But that being said, coming back to the present, this was the career of my son. Very good career, arguably the best player Kaya has ever had, all things considered, or one of the longest tenured players at least. But anyways, I hope that you all have enjoyed this series, and I hope you all have enjoyed this video. I hope that you all are doing well, taking care of yourself, so on and so forth. So hope you all are well. Take care of yourself, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.